Boom! Ethereal synchronicity 444. Try this again for the 1900th time. Mercury retrograde and all that, yeah? Technicals, so many different madnesses. But that's how you gotta go through this thing. So, today, we're bringing it, and the reason we're bringing it is because it's about a little war talk. War talk meaning grind battle meaning clash meaning MCs going at each other. So, just so you got the gist and the idea, got it out there on the table. Stormzy, Chip. Chip, Stormzy. You want a visual? Got a little visual. That's one. That one come up. There's another. You know, Stormzy, Chip, Stormzy. Never seen them before. See if there's another one. There we go. So basically, yeah, what's going on? These two guys have ended up in a clash situation with each other. They used to be collaborators. In fact, I want to show that image really because it kind of shows you where it come from. If you see this shot, there's actually a picture of the moon in the background. So, you know, they were there till evening when they did this one because it's actually in the day. Actually shows it was uploaded Christmas Day 2015, I think. So, yeah, and then there's a track. So that track was called Hear This. Yeah, hopefully you can hear me. I'm not projecting too loud. But yeah, the next track that they had was called I'm Fine. So they've been together and they've been on it before. But then, as you can see here, what you'll see here is that this is Stormzy circled, and then these are his guys with him, and I believe he's basically pulled away in one of these vehicles, and the situation essentially is turned into now a clash and a rivalry, a beef. Now, unknown P, sorry I clocked his if you want some bants on this, yeah, make it even more light-hearted, then I'm taking it. Look up unknown P because he's basically gone on the shell forecourt and dropped some bars of himself. You want a visual? Talking about this guy. He's a bit of a parody artist, and let's just say, yeah, he's funny with it. So, and get back to the charts and show you what the astrological situation is with these two. Both fire signs, yeah, both from London. So, Chip's a Sagittarius, Stormzy is a Leo. Chip was in this game earlier when he was young and had commercial success early in his career, and then kind of had to fight to break that stigma of being a poppy artist and turned a lot more hardcore, got the tattoos, did the, you know, transformation kind of thing. Have to say that was noticeable in Chip's career. Should probably be having Chip's chart. I'm going to speak about Chip. So yeah, and he's got Pluto at 18 degrees and maybe around 18 years old. He started to transform a bit. So, I would have to say, yeah, in terms of these two, this one's from Tottenham, North London. And then Stormzy, a bit later on down the line, being born a few years after. He came in the game a little bit later on, a bit older, and a bit more history in the grime scene behind not himself necessarily, but of Chip and all the people before him to kind of stand upon as he's come into the game, and he's blown up quite quickly, as it has to be noted. So give Stormzy his due, and actually noted that Mars is actually at 19 degrees in Aries right now, making a square to his Uranus and Neptune, and I believe Jupiter is also making a conjunction to this Uranus and Neptune. So yeah, Stormzy, you certainly are the man of the moment, and people are probably waiting on you, but you probably know what you're doing, so I ain't even gonna question what's going on. It's got the moon in Scorpio, which is interesting because Chip has the moon in Pisces. Pisces and Scorpio are both water signs, with Cancer making up the third water sign, but the water sign connection and both of them having the moon in a water sign would tell me that they will probably understand each other on an underlying level, call it an emotional level, subconscious level, better than some. And then with the sun making a trine, one having it around 3 degrees Sagittarius, the other having it around 3 degrees Leo, they'll probably understand each other on a more conscious level as well. So why is this kind of some destined alignment, I would say, when you got the nodes and the nodes are loaded? My Twitter account, Twitter handle, loaded nodes, or locked and loaded nodes at the moment. You got the Venus of Chip at 10 degrees Sagittarius, and the North and South node of Stormzy at 10 degrees Sagittarius and Gemini. Yep. So also, what do we see that can cause a bit more action or friction? Sticky, like the blue tack or super glue, as Chip put it. You got Venus for Stormzy at 22 degrees Gemini, and for Chip you got Mercury at 22 degrees Sagittarius. So it's quite an alignment in a situation that is tight aspects. So I can see how there could be some genuine contention between them. But they're both born on the 26th of the month. One the 26th of July, one the 26th of November. And numerology speaking, or numerology wise, you're looking at two number 8 personality numbers who are karmically orientated and businessly and relationships karmically orientated as well. So there's much that lines up with them, and I can see how this could be business and it can be personal on both levels. So another alignment I actually seen is knowing that the nodes move slightly when you've got the mean calculation and the true calculation. I thought, let me see, because Chip's node was on the cusp at like 29 Cancer with the true node. So I moved it over to the mean node, which is the old school measurement. And it did pop over into Leo. And this would be making a connection to Stormzy's sun. So, like I say, I feel like there's more than one alignment that has made this happen for these guys. So just to give the rundown quickly on things that happen for people who don't know, is Chip basically featured on a track which was published by Skepta, possibly with Young Ads, and his verse was basically very gritty and was supposedly directed at Mez, but it seems that Stormzy's took it that it may or may not have been directed at him, and in this has kind of fired a shot back on a track alongside Tion Wayne and Dutchavelli. It's actually Tion Wayne's track, and Dutchavelli and Stormzy the features, and the track's called I Dunno. And he actually says in his verse, like, it's coming at me, I don't know, shoe don't fit, the boot on drip, blah blah blah. And yeah, Chip's not got at him straight away, but then with the situation of Stormzy turning up at his gates, visual time, this one, little bit of time down the line, talking more like now, Chip's fired back with 2 tracks, and first one was Killer MC, and the second one was Flowers. So Chip's been known to actually battle before, with Bugsy Malone being one of the people that he famously battled, and one of the videos you can see is actually on the Shell forecourt, so he's quite familiar with doing his thing in terms of this battle scene. And the reason why I wanted to point that out is because I noticed that Chip has Mars in Gemini, Mars retrograde actually, and Mars is retrograde at the moment, so if anyone can navigate it, Chip has this Mars opposite his own Sun and Venus. Now, speaking to his music, his style, his art, which could be Venus, and his performing, his creativity, and his life and soul, which is his personality, where it comes through, his actions could be contrary or seem contrary. And I mean, he has been over both sides of the business table with the grime and the pop market. But I also believe this leads to a lot of situations where people think he's the one to try, and why he faces a lot of kind of competition. I can't think of the word, but basically, yeah, why they come for and why he gets sent for, I believe it's this Mars. But because of this same thing, this is why I believe his work rate is quite high within himself, and he's learned how to manage it, and that's why Chip don't run out of bars. Anyway, I'm going to leave it on that, yeah? I think it's about the right time. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. Should be just down there in the, screen. And thank you, and I'll speak to you soon. Much love. Deuces.